WWE Armageddon.
Well, at least the stage setup for Armageddon has the logo straightened out unlike 2005, but I wonder what a castle has to do with the end of days. Looks less like a destroyed building and more like a castle under construction. This kid tried to steal the camera away and posed like he's taking a selfie. MVP is probably looking pissed off because they couldn't fit his traditional inflatable tunnel onto the stage, either because they cramped the walkway in the castle or it risked catching on fire. Also, what are the odds that MVP is cautiously looking at the flames while suffering PTSD from last year's Armageddon event?
And this show.
I'm actually surprised that MVP didn't immediately run for his life when sudden flames appeared. Being burned alive actually takes a toll on you, I've heard.
The United States Championship is on the line.
If you somehow couldn't tell by the referee holding up the United States Championship about 10 seconds ago. One camera shot has the ring canvas looking white and another camera shot has it looking dark and yellow for whatever reason. What kind of camera are you shooting with?
Mysterio.
The referee conveniently stops Rey Mysterio from flying in the air now, but not in literally the other 1,000 times he's done it.
VP. Oh!
Usually that single knee facebuster causes MVP's opponents to fall on their side. For Rey Mysterio's case, it causes him to flop around like a fish out of water.
MVP! He didn't realize it!
That was fast, furious, and worthy of a sin remover. Gotta love it when the arrogant heel wrestler underestimates the smaller babyface wrestler.
Good here.
I hate saying this to Rey Mysterio because I'm a huge fan of his, but haha, you failed. Fuck my life sometimes. And because MVP's bandana is coming loose, that's why I wouldn't be wearing it during a wrestling match if I were him.
Ball game!
Ball game.
All this for the United States Championship.
Michael Cole says that in a tone as if it's ridiculous for anyone to take such high risks for the United States Championship. What, do you expect only the world champions to be taking the highest of risks or something?
Cobwebs, he's got to get the champion.
Honestly, if I were Rey Mysterio, I would quickly rush out of the ring to restart the count, especially since MVP chose not to return at the 9 count, so Rey had enough time. Instead, Rey stands there all shocked. Also, much as it's a traditional heel tactic, ending a fun and exciting match with a cheap countout after everything we see made the rest of the match forgettable and a waste of time. Post-match assault.
What is Mysterio for?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because MVP got himself intentionally counted out just so Rey Mysterio could not win the United States Championship. Just a guess.
Jeff, tonight you square off against Triple H.
Jeff Hardy ends up winning tonight's epic match against Triple H. However, him being the Intercontinental Champion while feuding with Randy Orton just made things more obvious that Randy was going to win their eventual WWE Championship match, which is sad because it's one of Jeff's best build-ups to the world title scene ever.
This is the closest I've ever been to an opportunity at the WWE Championship.
Did Jeff Hardy just completely forget about the time he took on The Undertaker for the WWE Championship back in 2002? How was tonight any closer than that match?
Hello!
And now a majority of the audience had to clean themselves up because they just shit their pants when Kane's pyro suddenly hit. Oh, my kill switch! Alright, you know I cannot resist now. For practically every entrance, there are a bunch of flames shooting to the heavens, which actually makes the castle setup look much more appropriate.
Oh, hi, Mark.
No TV is large enough to capture the girth.
Even though the TVs everyone is watching right now is doing the one thing you say it cannot do, but go ahead.
A lot of height on the dropkick.
It's a weird nitpick, but an understandable one. How the hell is CM Punk able to easily Irish whip the world's strongest man without any struggle? You would think Mark Henry would be able to just stand there and Punk couldn't do anything about it.
It's Big Daddy V.
What in the hell just happened there? Did Mark Henry kick CM Punk or the referee? Either way, someone should have felt that effect, yet no one did. And we know how sensitive the referees are when it comes to pain tolerance.
He's deceivingly quick, is Big Daddy V.
Even though Big Daddy V has yet to show how quick he truly is in this match or any of his other matches, so I wouldn't go that far, Taz. Unnecessary orders from CM Punk as Kane is already covering himself up from Big Daddy V's assault. Honestly, if I were CM Punk, I'd just let Kane deal with Mark Henry while I keep my attention on Big Daddy V, since V is the legal wrestler and he's down to a single knee. This is what sadly ends up costing CM Punk and Kane the entire match. What do you bet Vicky Guerrero has a bunch of needles to pop all these balloons on the very case that Edge doesn't win the World Heavyweight Championship tonight at Armageddon? By this point, Edge and Vicky Guerrero have violently made out several times, yet Edge is not interested here. Obviously, he doesn't actually love her and eventually marries her because of her power, but it just feels strange that Vicky doesn't pick up on the hints here.
Kennedy winning the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Because of the sad reality of Mr. Kennedy losing his Money in the Bank briefcase to Edge and going through hell as a result of the injury, I wouldn't bring up his WrestleMania accomplishment right now. Too sad for Kennedy to think of. That sign that says Hickenbottom Balding whatever that word is that starts with a K. Looks like club, but then I'd be sending the guy for misspelling club. If you're going to put in words that match with the initials HBK, you should at least spell correctly.
If he has any...
I find it hilarious that Shawn Michaels is literally grabbing his lower back in pain. Mr. Kennedy sees it and figures the injured appendage is Shawn's leg. Talk about having no awareness. Okay, so that sign did say club with a K. The sin now goes to the fact that this asshole won't put his sign away. Don't worry, dude, the camera's caught a full glimpse of it for 2 straight minutes. Time to put it away now. It's one thing for a punch to not connect with your opponent's face, but to see Sean react as if he got punched in the face while Mr. Kennedy's fist never even got close to it, damn, that was terrible. Mr. Kennedy clearly tapped out while Sean bent his hand back, so why isn't the referee calling for the match to end? Only explanation could be Mr. Kennedy's big head blocked the way. Shawn Michaels literally stomped on Kennedy's hand and injured it several times in this match, yet somehow Kennedy is able to use the injured hand to lift up Shawn for a considerate amount of time. I'm just gonna guess that he forgot about it. What? This referee is an asshole for giving Shawn Michaels a fast count when Kennedy rolled him up. Why do they always do that? Even though we clearly saw Kennedy's shoulder off the canvas, the referee ignores it and starts to count anyway. You gotta love it when Shawn Michaels hits the sweet chin music out of nowhere and gets the sudden victory. Back in the days where that super kick is the game-ending move. Sucks that wrestlers ruined it in later years by casually throwing super kicks like they're no big deal.
Chris Jericho is a virus.
Ha! Get it? Because Chris Jericho returned by means of codes and shit. Clever joke, but one that felt rather forced.
And to be in the main event of the Royal Rumble.
Unless the WWE Championship match is taking place after the Royal Rumble match itself, it doesn't. Jeff Hardy will not be in the main event against Randy Orton.
Friendships aside.
While it's cool that Jeff Hardy and Triple H had a mutual respect for one another heading into this match, I personally wasn't a fan of Jeff taking it easy on Hunter because he figured they were friends. If I were facing off against my closest friend in the match, I'd still beat the shit out of him. It's all business, nothing personal. Couldn't hear it clearly, but I'm pretty sure Hunter told him, "This is for putting pineapple on my pizza last night. You know I hate that shit."
Is there any doubt that Triple H is not Jeff Hardy's friend?
All Hunter did was shove Jeff. How does that prove that they're not friends? Like I said, I'd beat the shit out of my best friend too in a match. Why is everyone looking at this from a personal standpoint instead of business?
Jeff Hardy.
Not even 1 minute into this match and it's already awesome with amazing counters like that. I always love looking back on this match because of how much charisma both wrestlers had.
Hey, look out, Triple H!
What a shame that Jeff Hardy slipped right there. You can actually hear the splat of his head hitting the ground. I think I got a headache myself from hearing that. He may want to take it easy because we don't want his career to end now. I'm with Hunter on that deserved slap. Why the fuck did Jeff hesitate to punch him? More importantly, why was he not taking this match seriously? Did he try to do a punch fake-out moment? Or did he actually think, wait, I can't hurt you, you're my friend? Either way, well done on the slap, Hunter.
Fight me! Fight me!
Triple H would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion.
Versus match.
Jeff Hardy didn't even duck right there. How the hell did Hunter miss him completely? Paying tribute to the Pittsburgh Pirates or something? The way he said it, Jerry Lawler thinks Jeff Hardy said, "Is this better?" when he actually shouted Pittsburgh. Jeff always shouts the name of the city they're in when he does that. Also, Jeff Hardy's a dick to Hunter's Hearst Helmsley's. How does he always get away with doing that? That's practically a low blow with added features. Man, I love Triple H. Hunter apparently says, "come on," yet his mouth is somehow not matching the words he said. How's that possible? This is live.
Power versus speed. No finesse.
Potato, Jerry. Just trying to find an annoying excuse to argue with Jim Ross like back in the day.
What velocity.
What the fuck, is Melina in the crowd or something? Who the hell was screaming like her in the crowd?
Here. And
Boy, that was a scary fall. As Hunter knows Jeff very well, he figured the whisper in the wind was coming. Nice way to counter it by tossing Jeff into the barricade outside.
I think Hardy was going to get back in by 10.
Actually, if Hunter did not attack Jeff, the latter definitely would have returned to the ring before the 10 count was completed.
Airports in the Northeast. Hardy's been grounded.
Haha, fuck you. This referee is clearly looking in the direction of Triple H and somehow doesn't see his hand on the ropes for added leverage. At least not until Hunter does it a second time. Sure, that's one way to get out of a sleeper hold, but Jeff took the worst of that because he literally sent his own head straight into the fucking ring post. Yet somehow this hurt Triple H the most.
Hardy.
That's strange. Usually right there, Hunter hits his Harley Race high knee move when his opponent ducks the initial punch. Using a backhand punch ends up not working to his favor. Probably should have went for the knee, as Jeff wouldn't be able to duck that.
Session of right hand.
This is how Jeff Hardy usually lands from the Hardiac arrest. Even when he connects it with his opponents, he lands on the mat as hard as he did there. And if it doesn't affect him when it connects, how does it affect him when it doesn't connect? This whole victory stunned me when I first watched it, as I did not think Jeff Hardy would beat Triple H here. And when he didn't use any of his finishing moves to win the match and left Hunter in shock, that made his victory even more awesome. Great match, great victory. Ironic that Jeff's quest to the WWE Championship begins at Armageddon and literally ends at Armageddon a year later. What chance? The Great Khali's music hits before he's even at the gorilla position. The dude's not ready yet, and he's not going to pull a Goldberg entrance, otherwise we'd be here all night. This Finley and Horny sign is the biggest wah-wah joke I think I could ever put on here. Plus, it doesn't even sound catchy.
Finley likes to fight, Khali loves to destroy.
Because he sure as hell has trouble when it comes to actually fighting.
Oh, that's like getting hit with a frying pan.
Once again, there goes Michael Cole making the frying pan to your chest reference every time a bigger wrestler chops his much smaller opponent.
This 7'3", 400...
This match is only 6 minutes long, and I think Michael Cole mentioned the height and weight of the Great Khali in every one of those 6 minutes. Hornswoggle's a dick to the Great Khali's. Much as it was Finley's only chance of winning this match, still gotta send the ending for outside interference and usage of an illegal weapon. Funny enough, this match exists because Chris Jericho cost Randy Orton a match against Ric Flair. Chris returned to WWE, challenged Randy, who said no, but only said yes after Chris cost him one single match. Note to self, challenge someone for a title, and then cost them a match. Works every time.
2 years since Jericho headlined a pay-per-view.
Well, then the 2-year streak is obviously continuing because he's not the headliner of tonight's pay-per-view event. The referee checks the wrestlers for weapons in this match, but not in any of the other matches taking place tonight. It's almost becoming a cliche by this point.
Jericho should be helped.
Chris Jericho attempted an arm drag takedown and accidentally lost his grip on Randy Orton. This somehow made Randy do a corkscrew fall for some reason.
Enjoy the leverage advantage with a...
Chris Jericho and his unnecessary yells for the referee to ask his opponent if he gives up, since the referee is already doing that. Prior to turning around, Randy saw that Chris was ascending to the top rope and somehow didn't realize that he was in danger of being attacked. Not gonna lie, a messy and sinny start to this WWE Championship match, and that sounded better in my head and turbo out loud. Fuck!
Another thing you can't deny, Randy Orton is the WWE Champion.
Wow, Jerry, you're a real Sherlock Holmes. Thanks for letting us know what we already knew. Guess Randy had this sleeper hold locked in for so long we ran out of things to talk about.
I believe I can fly.
24 became the youngest to win the WWE title.
That was the World Heavyweight Championship, JR. Randy Orton didn't win the WWE Championship until No Mercy earlier this year, and by that point, he was way older than the youngest champion, who was Brock Lesnar.
Look out!
This is not even the first time someone got thrown into JBL when he was a commentator. Yet he never attacked the wrestlers then, but attacked Chris Jericho tonight. Apparently, all it took for JBL to come out of retirement is a simple shove out of the way. Boy, that was easy. The Walls of Jericho was still one of the coolest submission holds because of the insane crowd reaction it gets, and Chris Jericho had the coolest way of locking it in by switching it from a schoolboy pin.
We're gonna have a new champion right here!
Why would you say that? After attacking Chris Jericho and costing him the WWE Championship, JBL heads back to the locker room. He's still got another match to call tonight, though.
WWE Women.
The entire existence of this segment involving Jillian Hall interrupting the scheduled Women's Championship match just to sing.
So I am here.
I don't know what's worse, Jillian Hall talking or her music continuing to play while she is talking. My ears already hurt and she's not even singing. Skip!
Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon.
No, it's not that. It's the... Never mind. I should stop giving a fuck about certain things. You know what's sad about this? The majority of fans are looking at either each other or their cell phones. Or some are looking at the stage setup while bored out of their minds. Beth Phoenix in her early days was at her best when it comes to power and strength. This submission on Mickie James actually looked brutal. Shame that there's nothing else really to discuss here because I'm almost asleep from the rest of this, but here you go.
Mickie is sustain her offense.
Maybe Mickie James would be better off if she didn't shout before hitting her signature DDT. It alerts her opponents on what's coming.
Undertaker!
I'm gonna punish you.
I love that Teddy Long literally repeats the words that Vicky Guerrero said to Edge straight to The Undertaker when he's granted a World Heavyweight title match. That was entertaining. I find it weird that the ring announcers waited until everyone was in the ring for the WWE Championship match earlier, but introduces the wrestlers for the main event when they're making their entrances. What do you bet they won't check these guys for weapons either? The Undertaker's entrance is always amazing, but to see the flames shoot up along with the flames attached to the castle setup, holy shit, what an awesome view to witness.
Hate to point out the obvious, but...
I hate to point out the obvious, so I'm gonna go ahead and point out the obvious anyway, because why the hell not?
Just locked up for the matchup. And there's the...
Fucking what? Not even Dave Bautista's strength could cause The Undertaker to suddenly fall out of the ring like that. He didn't even push him that hard. Heel wrestlers ganged up on and each of the wrestlers throw the other out because they want the first shot cliche. That guy with the Steelers suck chant, while telling the truth, must have lost the bet with a friend because why would you put that sign up in Pittsburgh? Gotta admit, he's got balls, but still.
Get her off the stopper! He's out of it!
Good on The Undertaker to break up the pinfall to save the match for himself, but you mean to tell me that a simple power slam, something everyone has kicked out of, was actually going to defeat Edge tonight if Undertaker didn't interfere?
It's all about
Damn, if only The Undertaker got hit with the clothesline but also successfully connected his leg drop on Edge, that would have given this a cinder mover, but alas. Edge is addicted to Dave's Batistas.
Edge gonna do it again!
The referee gets knocked over at the crucial point of the match cliche, and if I were The Undertaker, I wouldn't yank the referee out of the ring and knock him out. I'd at least pull him enough that his attention is diverted to me. Now he risks not winning the title due to no referee being present.
The triangle choke! Wait a minute.
Edge had a fantastic strategy right there. Don't recall the last person to ring the bell was a way to distract the referee and make one of the wrestlers believe they won the match. Fucking awesome job by the ultimate opportunist. And if the bell distraction wasn't enough, now we got Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder disguised as Edge clones interfering in the match. Edge truly was the master strategist tonight, perhaps more than any of the other times throughout his career.